Okay, we are going live. It's Dawn Duval with Shall We Stamp, and I am coming to you from Jensen Beach, Florida. Normally from the Villages, but we are down here till the end of the month. So, welcome everyone. I'm going to go ahead and log on so I can load your comments. So, as you come on, please let me know you're out there and say hi. And oh, I just saw the live thing come up. And if you are signing in, please make sure you do log in and say hey. Let me know where you are from. If you don't mind, also share the video. I will draw names next week for the cards that we're going to receive this evening. And that's just my way of thanking you for joining me on a Tuesday evening and watching the craziness that you never know what's going to happen here at Shall We Stamp. So please make sure that you share this. If you have any other friends that are crafters and you think they might find this interesting or helpful, please make sure you share. If you're watching this from the replay, I don't draw names until the following Tuesday. So if you happen to come on before, like by Tuesday at noon of the following week, then your name will go in the drawing as well, as long as you've made some comments and or shared. Hello everybody, as you're coming on, welcome, welcome. I'm just kind of doing some housekeeping while we're waiting for everybody to pop on. And go figure, my nose starts itching. So if you are watching this on YouTube as a replay, please make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell. That way you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. That would be awesome. And again, if you find these to be interesting, please make sure that you share. I would greatly appreciate it. It helps me reach out to people that I otherwise wouldn't be able to reach. That's one nice thing about the internet, is we get to meet people from all over the world, and that makes it really fun and exciting. And as we do this, those of us that do this as a business, it helps us to meet potentially new customers. So welcome everyone, welcome, welcome. We have Jane just signed in from Wisconsin, and Karen's here from Happy Holidays from Bradenton, Florida. We have Shar and Marsha Lynn. Hi. Oh, we have two people from Wisconsin. Do y'all know each other? And let's see who else is in here. Oh, Rosalie is from Florida as well. So welcome everyone. Oh, you're on a road trip? Oh, it's Jan. You're on an Iowa road trip. Well, I'm in a Florida road trip from the Villages down to Jensen Beach, which is about a 3-hour drive. So thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. So is everybody ready for the holidays? It's just me, my husband, and the dog. We're in our RV, and we'll be here through the end of the month. Hi, Fran. We'll be here through the end of the month, and we'll be heading back to the Villages on the 1st. And let's see, what are we doing? Not much of anything. We've been playing pickleball. We have gone to the pool a couple of times because the weather here in Florida has been nice. I think if you all are on my Facebook channel, you probably saw the picture I posted with my new lunch bag from Stampin' Up. I was being forced to sit by a pool on an 80-degree day. Now today it's been a little windy and chilly. It's definitely cooled off, and it's down like to 70. I know for you guys out west, that's not cold, but it is for us. My hands are freezing. And but I think Christmas Day it's only going to be in the 60s if I'm not mistaken. So we're just hanging out and playing pickleball and going to the pool. My husband went bike riding today. I've been using this time to try to get prepared for the new year. I've got some new classes that I'm offering, and I'm doing a paper and ribbon share. So if y'all are interested in that, you can go to my blog or just email me and I'll send you a link for all of that information. I'm taking reservations right now. And so I'm trying to plan out the new year, trying to get ideas of what you all, if there's something that you guys are interested in seeing, please let me know and I'll be more than happy to incorporate that. But I'm going to start offering a creative card kit in the mail, and along with that we'll do a Zoom class like a couple of weeks after. So you'll get your kit maybe 2 weeks after, and if you want to join the Zoom class and we put our stuff together, or you have the option to purchase the stamp set that I will be offering, or you can use your own stash that you have at home. And then I thought the Zoom would be fun to get together and stamp as a group, because I really miss being with my customers face to face. But you know, until things change, I'm just not comfortable doing that. So this would be the closest that we can get is by doing it by Zoom. So that'd be good. I'll have to figure out how to work Zoom first. And Shar says that Christmas Eve is high. Oh, where are you, Shar? She said the high is going to be 15. Where do you live? Oh my gosh, I'm glad I'm not there. Wind chills below 0. No, thank you. That is not for me. I am a warm weather person. So, for those of you I owe cards to, I saw Pam just signed on. I was going to print, but the printer was we brought a printer, and it was my husband's printer, and it didn't have any, the ink was dried up or whatever. So we had to order ink. So I will get your cards out tomorrow. Judy DeGata, if you come on, I do need you to send me your mailing address. I went back in my PayPal, and it only lets you get, for purchase labels, it only lets you go back so far. So Judy DeGata, if you come on, please send me your email address. I'm sorry, your mailing address. And tonight, the names that were drawn, and they will receive the cards from last week. Let me show you what those were as a refresher. Hang on a minute. Let me move my stuff out of the way, and I'll flip the camera down. As everybody's coming on, I'm just going to do my little housekeeping and stuff. So the people names that were drawn from last week, I'm trying to pull my cards out because I got my envelopes, because you know we had to decorate our envelopes, or envelopes, however you want to say it. Was, let's see, Faye Godby, and Faye, I have your address, and Fran Ward. So Fran, I don't think I've ever sent you anything, so if you'll message or email me, whichever you prefer, your mailing address, then I'll get everybody's cards out tomorrow. So these are, let me flip the camera. Hang on a minute. Let me flip that. Let me take the, all right. So these are the cards that we did last week. So Fran, you and Faye will receive these 3 cards with the coordinating envelopes. All right. I said, yep, and Judy DeGata was last week, and I had her mailing address, but I can't find it. PayPal won't let me go back that far. So if you see her, then ask her to, she gets the cards from the previous week, so just ask her to message me with her mailing address, because I do not have that. And I have Pam, so I think that's everybody. We'll get, so anyways, tomorrow the mail goes out, and I'll get all these out in the mail. All right, so let me move this out of the way because I don't want to mess these up. Okay, so since everyone's coming on, we'll go ahead and let me show you what we're going to do this evening while people are still coming on slowly. And I'm sure that you've started seeing postings. Our catalogs have been out, so you should have them, which means you can now look at the pages. Woohoo! Oh, there she is, Fran. Fran, just message me your mailing address, please. The catalogs are out, and I've got customers telling me that they're receiving, so I'm receiving them, so I'm excited about that. And you can now see in the book that we can't share. So tonight, I am going to be working with the Art Gallery product suite. And I'm sure y'all have seen a bunch of cards with this as well. And if you have your catalog, this is on page 33 of the new catalog that's coming up. And if you haven't, and if you don't, here's a celebration. I can't open it yet, but these are some hints of what's in here. They've got a touch of ink, which is some butterfly. Yeah. No, I'm sorry. What are those? Oh, hummingbirds. I'm sorry, I've lost my mind. And then we've got berry blessings, which is strawberries, and punch bear. There's a whole bunch of stuff in here that you can get for free when you order $50 or more. All right, so we're going to be working with the Art Gallery stamp set. There's 15 photopolymer stamps in this set. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 of those are sentiments, and this is a 2-step stamping. Now, it also comes, that coordinates, and you'll see this in the paper I'll show you, is a painted texture 3D embossing folder. Oh my gosh, you guys. I don't know. Let me see if I can show you. Well, the paper kind of shows you like that. Can you see that? Now, I know there's a glare. If that glare gets in the way, let me know, and I'll turn that light off above us. Okay, so that's the 3D embossing folder. I'm going to show you some cards that I made with this paper when we get done. And then here is there's 7 dies, the Floral Gallery dies. And let me show you, I'm starting to cut them out because sometimes it doesn't, you can see them, but you want to see them, what it looks like with paper. Welcome, everyone. Oh, good. So catalogs are coming. So here is what the dies do. Just want to say, And then you've got the different flowers and stems, and then there's 2 size cutouts for your sentiments. So this bundle, if you decide you want to purchase the stamps and the coordinating dies, and lucky for you, it qualifies for a free celebration. It's $50.25. So then that would entitle you to a free stamp set from the celebration. And one of those is the donkeys that I used last week or the week before, and the floral paper. And there's several other things in there. Now, one thing to keep, just to remind everyone, celebration's only going to run for 2 months, so they're shortening up. So you only have February and January and February. So January and February are the only 2 months that we're going to do celebration. So you better get your orders in quicker and sooner so that you can take advantage of the free product. And then we'll go back when the catalog comes out in July. Then we're going to do another celebration in July and August. But just to give you an update, we are seeing, I'm sure you all have seen and heard about shipping delays, and they're just getting worse. They're having problems with the ports getting product in and out of the port, so that's doing some of the delays. Some of our dies come from China, so that's been an issue there. So, and some of the manufacturers are just overwhelmed with shipping. UPS, the United States Postal Service, and FedEx they're not guaranteeing their shipping time frames. Obviously, the vaccine's taken precedent, which is all well and fine. So we just have to be understanding, and we can't control that. So we just have to stay positive, and we just have to roll with it. Okay. So yeah, so this is it, the embossing folder, and we're going to, and I'll show you on the card, one of the cards we're going to make. The paper is absolutely stunning, and I'll show you that as well. So this is a set that you can get for $50.25, and I think if you do, you're going to absolutely love it. So I'm going to move this out of the way. Now, for time's sake, and because I'm in the RV, and I didn't want to pack my entire, there's no way I could have, my stamp room, I've pre-cut a lot of this stuff. I've already stamped it and pre-cut it. So just to keep things moving along, because I don't want to hold y'all up. Let me move this over here. I'm sorry, and get my hands in your way. All right, so this is the first card that we're going to make. And those of you who may be new, this is strictly the paper. All we're going to do is cut the paper, the designer series paper. I've cut out the, I'm just using that part of the just of that die. Let me pull that back in and show you, because it cuts it out. It cuts out all 4 words. So I'm just going to use the just, and this is Poppy Parade. And then the punch, and we're going to do a petal pink, and I'm using basic black for the sentiment. And then this new goldish ribbon is, let me find it. Hang on, it's right here. This is really pretty. This is called, if I can read, Fine Art Ribbon. I'm also doing a ribbon share. I'm doing a paper, ribbon, and embellishment share, and you can purchase all 3 or 1 or 2 or whatever. So let me know. You can go to shallwestamp.com, go to my blog, and get additional information. I did put something on my Facebook page a day or so ago. Pricing is in there. If you buy all 3, then you get the ribbon at half price. Okay, and this is the beautiful ribbon. Isn't that pretty? I don't know if y'all can see it. I've got a light above me, which kind of, there we go. Let me see if I can move that up. Isn't that pretty? It's got a little shine to it. Got a little gold throughout, gold fleck. So there we go. All right, enough talking with me. So let's get started. All right, let me move my catalogs out of the way. Throw those on the floor. Okay, so this card here is using Whisper White. Now, you all are aware that our Whisper White is going away, and we're going to come in with Basic White. It's going to take a while. Whisper White's been around for a long time. So I'm not sure when we're going to be getting that, but apparently the distributor, the manufacturer who made this, closed down shop, and we didn't have much notice. But it'll be fine, so I'm not too concerned about it. So this is Whisper White cardstock, 8.5, 5.5, and scored at 4 1/4. And then we're going to cut our paper at 4 by 5 1/4. And then we're just going to add this on there. And this is a very simple card. So if you're just starting out, you always need to use your paper and then put a simple sentiment, and you're good to go. All right, so let's put that off to the side. Let me pull my paper in. Now let me show you. Let me pull my stuff up here. All right, this is one of the sheets. I've already used part of this. Okay, so this is one of the sheets that we're going to cut. Now you can see, if you can see here, let me see if I can get this to show. This paper has that stone, the painted texture look in the background. If you order this paper, you'll definitely be able to see it. Let me see if I can get a little closer without the light getting in the way. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it is just absolutely gorgeous. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut my paper. So I need to cut this down at 5 1/4. So I'm going to turn it this way, and I'm going to cut this at 5 1/4. This is what we're going to use for the front of our card. So I'm going to cut this at 5 1/4 because that's going to be my my length. And then I'm going to turn it, move this side, we're going to use this for another card. And then I'm going to turn it, and I want this open spot right here. So I'm going to leave that and line this up right at 4. And then I've got the flowers and everything. Isn't this gorgeous? Look at that paper. Aren't the colors? It's Poppy Parade, Petal Pink. I'm not sure what this color is. I want to say probably Balmy Blue, maybe. But anyway, so we've got, this is the what, and this is going to be a very quick card. Some of them tonight might not be as quick, so I'm not going to do quite as much talking so we can get all our stamping done, because I have plans to do 3 cards. Okay, so I'm using the Thick Whisper White. Let me go ahead and score it, because I did not score this one. I tend to fold it in half, but the Whisper White I do like to, and we're going to score this at 4 1/4. So let me line that up on our paper trimmer. If you don't have Stampin' Up's paper trimmer, I would highly recommend. I think it's $25. You can find it in my online store. You've got an arm that opens all the way up to 17 inches. So if you're a scrapbooker and you want to work with larger papers, they're marked in quarter inch spaces, and that also comes in metric and our inches and centimeters. And is that what it is in inches? I don't know. So I know the paper is absolutely stunning. So the paper share and the ribbon shares are a nice way that you all can get a sampling of all the paper, sampling of the ribbons if you choose, and the embellishments. It saves you, you're not paying an arm and a leg for everything. If you were to purchase all of this paper, there's 13 new papers. If you were to purchase all 13, it's going to run you about $120 some. So by doing a paper share, you're getting, depending on how the person does it, I cut mine in 4ths. So the paper alone, you get, the way I'm doing it, you'll get 123 sheets of 6x6 paper for $47 plus your shipping. So that's not too bad considering. All right, so here's our Whisper White. We're going to attach this. I'm going to put this on here. Now, it looks like I cut it a little bit shorter. What did I cut this at? Oh, here we go again. Obviously, Dawn doesn't know what she's doing. You know what I did? I cut it at, we're at 4. What did I cut this at? Oh, I cut it at 5 instead of 5 1/4. Well, that's okay. It's no big deal. We'll make it work. Not a big deal. We're just going to have more white border showing. But that's all right. It'll be fine. And I think we're just going to lay it down flat. We're not going to pop this one up. So let's go ahead and add this now. I don't know see what happens. I talk and I don't pay attention. Here we go. It's not even, we haven't even, and look at the back of this paper. Isn't that wild? So that's artsy-fartsy looking. So we're going to go ahead and add this to our card base. We'll get this. I'm using the Tombow glue. I did check the inventory. It looks like everything is I don't think we have anything on back order at this point in time, at least to my knowledge. I didn't see it on our inventory sheet. So, all right, this should be cut at 4 by 5 1/4, but since I cut it at 5, that's okay. We're just going to show a little bit more of the white border. No big deal. We'll make it work. Okay. And if I had brought extra supplies, I could have put a piece underneath this, but I didn't. I tried to pack very lightly. So, yeah, this paper is absolutely stunning. All right. So easy, this is going to be very easy to do. So the next thing we're going to do is I went ahead and cut out, and I used our sticky, those little double-sided sticky sheets. I did that on the just. So I'm going to go ahead and peel that off, and I'm going to plop that down on the sentiment, the punch out that I did. And I don't remember what the punch is. It's in my bag. I am so bad about telling you all this. Isn't that terrible? I'll list all this stuff on there. Okay, this is Poppy Parade. So I'm just going to lay this. No, I'm not. I'm not going to lay it down yet. Hang on. We got to do this. We're going to do our sentiment because I'm going to lay that down next. So I'm going to stamp the sentiment. And I'm going to put, since it says just, I'm going to do thinking of you. Now the stamp set says I'm thinking of you. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our black ink, and I can easily, since it's photopolymer, I'm not going to stamp the word I'm. So I'm just going to ink up. Let me zoom in and see if y'all can see. Okay. All I'm going to do is ink up thinking of you, and I'm going to not do the I'm, and that way I can stamp it and not have to worry about getting that extra word in there. So we'll go ahead and stamp that on here, and then I'm going to cut this down. So this is going to be a little bit big, but it'd be fine. Let me get this. It might be a little, hopefully it's not going to be crooked. Let me get over here because I got paper underneath there, and I need to take that off. Let's just stamp this. We'll go right about here. Hopefully that's right. Now you see that I've got the I'm, but I didn't color that in. There we go, thinking of you. All right, so that's one way you can do it, or you can use your markers. Okie doke, so let's close this up, and we're going to go ahead and cut this down. And I just cut it. It doesn't have, you can do whatever. I'm just going to cut this at an angle, and then I'm just going to have this, about the size of the punch. So we'll just have a little bit like that. All right, so I'm going to glue this down because we're going to pop this up on dimensionals. So I'm going to glue this probably towards the bottom because I want to put the word just on top. So let's go ahead and do our glue. This is a really easy card, so this one's not going to take hardly any time at all. All right, so let's put this. I'm going to move it over just a tad because we don't want J. We don't want the just to take over our thing. So let me move it. I think I'll move it a little bit over here. We'll get it down straight. Get in there. Okay. All right, so there's that. And then this already has the sticky on it. So I'm going to put this right. Oh, goodness gracious. Look at that. My glue is moving all over the place. Hang on. Look at that. My glue just wants to move. All right, let's hold it down for a second. I'm going to slide it over just a little bit because I want my J's going to come over there. And I need to get the little, hold on a minute. I got to get my little dot out, the little J part. Okay. All right, so that's good. Now we're going to put the just right about here and have that go up. And then I'm going to add this little guy. Hang on a minute. Let me get him because I'm going to have to peel him off. This is the top of the J, that little dot that goes over top of it. That's, oh, there he is. Hang on. All right, so let's peel him off. This is going to be a challenge. When I don't have big fingernails, but, oh, there we go. It's coming off really easy. Okay. All right. That's going to work. So let's put him on there. So we didn't leave, whoops, I got him backwards. Hold on. See what happens when you work with little tiny things? I'm so glad I have these tweezers. All right, so we're going to pop that right there, and I'm going to have it sitting up just a little bit, and then I'll pop it down once we get it on the card, okay? So there's our just thinking of you, all right? Now, so first we're going to take that. Now we're ready. We're going to put our ribbon. I'm just going to cut a piece off. Let me go. And I do have my ribbon shears. I told y'all about a week ago I thought I had them. And I did. They're in my bag. I'll tell you what, I'll be glad when I get home in the sense that I'll have my craft room back and I can really start working. So, I always use a piece of tape over what I don't want inked. Yeah, that's a good way too. I normally do that, or a piece of paper, but that, the photopolymer, you can see right through it. So I figured, why not, right? So I think I'm gonna cut. I might trim this down a little bit because it might be a little bit too long. But I'm gonna place it. I hate to cover up this flower right here because it's so pretty. Maybe we'll put it down here. So why don't we? Let me trim up this ribbon. Hang on a second. Let's trim this up. Let's make it. Actually, we'll do it this way because I'm gonna cut it down. Hang on a minute. Because I'm gonna move this over here because I want that flower to be seen. So why don't we do it like that? I think we'll push this down because I just think this paper, yeah, let's put it down here like that. So let's put I'm going to put some snail on the back. Snail, oh my gosh. You know what my mind is. All right, I'm going to put that here, and we're just going to glue that to the back, and then I'm going to adjust this ribbon. And this ribbon, you can kind of pull it too if you'd like. And then let's put some dimensionals on the back. And then we will be done with this card, and then we're going to move on to the next one. So let me put my dimensionals on the back of this. So I hope everyone's doing well. Thank you again for watching on Tuesday evening. And I'll be back. We'll be here to the end of the month, so I will see you all next Tuesday as well. And then we'll be going home on the 1st. Then I can get back in my craft room and get back to some sense of normalcy with all my stuff. And I think I have 2 orders sitting there waiting. No, 1 order. I have an order because I ordered the baby boss, the little the small Stampin' Boss machine. So I'll be able to get back and work on that. That's exciting. All right, so I'm going to blade this. I think I'm going to put this right here towards the bottom. I hate covering up these flowers because they're just so daggone gorgeous. So let's just put that right about there. I guess I'll put it there. And I'm going to trim this up just a little bit. He is getting a little ragged looking, but that's okay. We can pull him if we want. And let's just trim. Yeah, we'll leave that one. All right, so that's kind of a quick and easy card. There you go. But isn't this paper just stunning? Yeah, you never have enough stuff when you're traveling and you're trying to pack all you can't take everything. So I was smart enough, and I told my husband that I'm gonna start doing what I did before we came down here. I spent a week and got all of these projects made instead of waiting until the last minute. And I'm going to start doing that. I'm just going to lock myself up in my office and say, that's it. Don't interrupt me. This is what we're doing. That way I can be done with the cards and then move on to something else. All right, so there's our first card. Very simple and easy, but we're letting the paper speak. Isn't that beautiful? Just absolutely stunning. You all have to get this paper in the stamp set. All right, so there's that one. Now we are going to, let's go, this one's going to be a little busy, so let's go with this one. Let me pull out all my stuff, show you the card. Hang on one second. Let me get all my pieces out of here so that you can actually see what we're going to do. And this is why I did everything in advance, because of me. Hang on a second. Hold on. I'm coming. All right. Here's what we're going to do. Isn't that beautiful? So I've pre-cut all of these out. I went ahead and stamped the flowers and pre-cut them. So all we're going to do is place them on the card, trim up the leaves, and then we'll stamp our sentiment, okay? But this, again, is another way, and it's a 2-step. So I thought I'd show you on a scrap paper. I'm sure most of you have, but if you're new to stamping, I just want to show you how 2-step stamping works. Now, this we're doing on Whisper White thick, and this is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So I'm going to fold this over, and I could have scored it, but I didn't. So I'm just going to fold it over. I'm going to make sure my ends are lined up. Let me zoom out some in case I'm too far. All right, so I'm going to line these up. There, can you believe it? We are next to a train track. Well, we're not next to it, but there's one that comes by. It comes in at, like, one's coming now. One comes at 5 o'clock in the morning. Can you believe that? I'm thinking, oh my God. And then one came the other morning at 4:30. I was like, good Lord. So anyways, just thought I'd tell you that because the horns are honking. All right. And he's a honking. So, and then what I'm going to do is we're going to build this. We're going to build this on a piece of Whisper White that's going to be 4 by 5 1/4. And then this one, I didn't pop it up. I did the flowers, but I think I'm going to pop this up. But let me show you. I've got a scrap here, but let me just show you real quick on the 2-step stamping. And I'm just going to use the Just Jade, and we'll just do it. Hang on a second. I got to get my blocks stuck together. We'll just do one, and I'll stamp off so you can see the difference on the coloring. All right, so let's get this out of the way. All right, so here's one of the stamps. All right, so I'm just going to come in, and this is the nice thing because thank goodness I had to cut all those things out, right? But thank goodness I had the thing. All right, so this is full strength, so I'm just going to stamp it down like this. Okay. All right, so that's the first part. Now, let me come in with the second part, and I'm going to stamp off, so hopefully you'll be able to see the difference on. Let me get the inks on here. But it's just really, I just really like this. Let me get my scrap paper. And let's do a little stamping off so we can get a lighter shade. All right, let's see how that does. And then if you look at, you can see the in the stamp, and there's a hole there. And you see this one little piece right there. You'll know when you get to the bottom, it's going to cover up, and it lines up pretty good. It's going to be off just a little bit. But that's, oh, see, now you really can't see that one. I don't think you can see the dark, but you might be able to see a little bit of the darkness in between. So that's the two-step stamping, just in case you were not familiar with that. But that's how I got those colors. Let me move this over here. Hang on a second. Let me get this out of the way. Okay. Let me move all my stuff. All right, so we're going to bring in our piece that we're going to work with. All right, so I've cut out all of these flowers, and I did Blackberry Bliss. This is, I think this is just jade, and I did stamp off on the first one. That's probably a mistake. Poppy Parade, and then I stamped off on that one, and this is the same thing. I think this is Flirty Flamingo, and then I did Poppy Parade on the top portion. And the same thing with this one, and I should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm missing, hang on a minute. I got more in here. And then we're going to do some more of the jade, and this is... I think this is, I know this is Night of Navy, and I'm not sure what my bottom color was. I didn't make a note of that. And then I cut out all of these little guys. Okay, so we're just going to build this, and we're going to cut these leaves apart, and we're just going to fill them in. So that's really what we're going to do, and then we'll make our sentiment. So we're just going to start building. So let me get my dimensionals out, because we are going to use dimensionals. Now, the first thing that I do is, and whether this is right or wrong, it's your choice of however you want to do things. I just kind of tried to lay things on here where I thought they would look, you know, try to get where it would look nice. And then I can come back, and they can go off a little bit because it's going to sit on my card base, right? So that's okay. So I'm going to put some leaves, so I'm going to leave room for that. And this is the part that takes time, because you know, you want it to look right? So so I'm just kind of laying I'm going to put him here. And you just kind of lay them where you want to put the flowers, you know, and you just want to try to make sure there's not a lot of gaps. We'll put this one here, and I'll put a leaf there, so that way, if we need to pull him over, we will. But we got lots of colors here, and I probably cut a couple extras, but that's all right. So we're going to fill these in, and this is really what we're going to do. We're just going to fill in, now we got two. Let's move this one. Let's put this one here. Let's put that there. And let's move this one down. Let's put the green one over here. Why don't we do that? Oops, can y'all see? I'm sorry. And then we'll put this here, and then we'll come in and put this one over here. How's that look? And it really doesn't matter. You can do whatever you want. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So let's cut some of these leaves off, because I want to have some. So I'm just going to snip them. So let's see if there's a place that I can put, like right here. I can probably put... and I'll trim off that top. I could probably put one like that, right? Let's trim this piece down. Let's just trim him off a little bit. Let's just pretend that he doesn't belong there. No one's going to notice that. There, we'll put him like that. So we're going to glue these down. And again, it's, you know, whatever. No, I don't think I like that. So we're going to cut this one off. So this is the problem. This is why... it takes a little bit of time, because you start thinking, which we probably shouldn't be. So let's lay this one there. We'll put that flower, we'll put him there, and then I'll come back and glue everything. All right, so we're going to put that one there, and let's put this guy up here, and then we'll put this leaf. We'll put him right up in that corner. We'll kind of get him taking that area right there. So let's start with that, and I'll come back because I've got lots of leaves, so we may put one in the center. So I'm going to go ahead and attach the leaf, and I'm going to use my Tombow. And I better get my little mat over here in case I go off the edges. So let's put him there. Does he not look like a dolphin? So I'm just looking at that leaf thinking, you know, that could be a dolphin. All right, let me put this on here. Okay. All right, so now we are going to... put that there, and we're going to add dimensionals. So let me go ahead and get my dimensionals on the back, so we're going to pop all these little guys up. So let me go ahead and do that. I probably should have done that to save time, just like you need to see me doing all this, right? So let's go ahead and do that real quick. We'll get some on the purple, and then we'll move on down. All right, that should work. All right, let's go ahead and glue this guy down. Just put a little bit of adhesive there. So if you all happen to order this set, make sure you share some photos when you can order on the 5th of January. All right, so keep that in mind. But I really think this is a beautiful set. And let's go ahead and start building our flowers. And this is the time-consuming part. I mean, I've done all the cutting, but you know, obviously We've got, oops, get down there. I'm going to put this up a little bit higher. So have him right there. And, you know, again, I'm not a florist by any means, so my flowers are not going to look like a floral arrangement, but I just think I thought this was kind of really stunning with all the colors. And we're going to lay this one right about there, and I'm going to tilt this one a little bit at an angle. I think that will be fine. I'll come back and fill in when we get there, because I got some lighter ones that I've done too. So I did some, and I think this is mint macaron, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, can you did you hear the train? All right, so let me just trim this little guy up. And let's see, we might put him down in there, but let's see, I'm going to leave him there for now. All right, so now we've got, let me go ahead and put some adhesive on the back of these, and that way we can get things moving right along. All right, see, I wasn't thinking, I probably should have planned this a little bit better, but that's okay. I'll just sit here and chit chat with y'all. So I hope everybody's ready for the holidays. They were showing on the news that people are out shopping. People aren't wearing masks. I'm thinking, oh my goodness gracious, what are they? Craziness. It's just crazy. Most people here are pretty staying to themselves. You know, we go to the pool. We make sure we get in a spot that no one's near us, and they can't. And the seats are separated enough too that you can't get close unless you absolutely pick up the chair and move it. So that's a nice thing. All right, so that's, I think we're good for that. All right, so let's see. Now we're just going to build. So let me go. Let's see. We don't want that one. Let's go with the green one. And we'll tuck him in. Let me see. We'll put that one. Let's see. We'll put let's do a light green. We'll put a light green one here. I swear that looks like what did I do with my other part of my leaf that I cut off? Hang on a minute. I've lost my other part of my leaf. All right, so let's put this one. What if we do one? Why don't we hang this one over here? Let's see. What if we do like that, and we can bring this one up like that? What do you think about that? I don't know. I don't know if I like that. I swear it keeps reminding me of a dolphin. I think I need to show more of the stem. So let's cut this piece off. I'm going to just trim this right here. And why don't we do, what if we did like that? Let's see. I'm going to leave that like that for now. All right, so there's that one. We don't want purple. Let's see, what color do we want? Let's go with the, where's my blue one? Didn't I have a blue one out here? There it is. Do we want blue? Let's do that there. I think I'll do that one there. Let's put this one here, and then we'll slide in we'll slide in some leaves when we can. So I'm gonna try to keep them somewhat on the board. So let's go ahead and get this one in. And I'm hurrying because I know y'all don't want to sit here and watch me taking backings off of dimensionals. All right, I'm going to put this leaf right about there. And he can hang there because no one's going to see that part. So we're going to put this one, let's do him right about like that. Try to make it fuller. And then I'm going to come back because we have plenty of stems that we can stick in here. Let's do some dark ones. We'll do some filling in here. We can probably slide this guy all the way down and put, actually, let's move this guy out of the way. We can probably do that. But I don't know about that thing sticking up. What do y'all think about that? Let's pull this guy out. I don't like him there. I think he's stuck on a dimensional. Okay, we can use him. What do y'all think about this stem? It looks awful strange, doesn't it? Maybe I should poke that under. What do you think? Maybe I'll just bend it under. All right, let's do that. No, I don't like that either. All right, we're not going to bend him. Get him up there. Maybe let's put him, you know what? I think he should probably go down, don't you? He should be like that. Let's do that. He could go like that. All right, and then we'll cover that one up too. Okay, that's what we're going to do with that one. Let's trim up a couple of more. Let's put it, we need some darker olive ones. So, all right. I'm going to trim this guy up because I think these should be sitting underneath the flower, but we're not doing it that way. So we are going to do it this way. Hang on. Let's see. We'll stick a light one in here. I think that'll be fine. Let's put him over here. All right. And then I could have stuck the stems underneath like that one, but we'll build around that one. Let's put some adhesive on here. All right. And we'll stick this one down. Let's see how we can get him under here as well. Let me see. Whoops. No. Hold on. Let's see. Why don't we do... Let's do that. Okay. And then these, we need to peel the backings off of this one. And we're going to place that right about there. Nope. We want to cover up the sides of the card, because I think that's kind of makes it look nicer. All right, so we do have that one there. So let's see what we can do with this guy. Let's see what we can do. See, if I put him there, it's going to cover up the whole thing. So we don't want to do that, do we? Let's put him right about there. And then I think I'll come back and we're going to put this one. We're going to add this one to the top here. So we got to leave room for our sentiment. So why don't we, how about if we do like that, and then we'll put the sentiment over, we'll kind of pop that one about like that. What do y'all think about that? I can't see your comments. You put it at the top of the card. What do I put at the top of the card? The leaf? This thing? Like that? No, like this? What goes at the top of the card, Harriet? Help me out here. Help me out. Help me out. Help me out. Because obviously, this is not looking very pretty, is it? All right, we're going to add him there. So let's put one over there. I'm trying to watch my comments while you put it at the top of the card. Okay. I'm trying to see what you're saying. Let's put this one right about here. I'm going to try to hide up some of this white. We've got room because we're going to put this on another sheet of paper, right? And let's just fill in. We're going to fill in. Now, obviously, if you weren't rushing like I'm doing, you would take the time and put it together, right? And do it so it looks nice. So let's put one right through here. So we're going to make this look like they've got a little leaf sticking out as well. I swear this thing reminds me of a dolphin. And okay, let's see. We got one more. Let's fill this guy in. We could put, no, we don't want to do that because we're going to put our sentiment here. All right, let's just put in some more, let's put a couple more leaves and see if we can cover this one up. I had time when I was doing this at home. Oh, put the leaf on top of the flower? Oh, like that, where it's hanging off? Is that what you're thinking? I should do it like that? Pull this guy out and put this one in there? Like, what if I did it like that? Is that what you're thinking? Like this? I don't think that doesn't look right. I don't understand. I'm a little goofy. I don't think I like that. Okay. Well, we're not going to spend all night here, so let me go back. Let's get this finished up, and then I'll go back and we'll fill in some gaps with the leaves. We got a couple more because we've got a lot of white space here. So we'll go back because we need something right in there. Let me go ahead and stamp the sentiment. So I'm thinking of you on that one. Why don't we do You Are Lovely? Why don't we'll stamp that on here, and then I'm gonna come back and I'll fill in the leaves. All right, because I don't want to hold you up here all night, and we do have one more card to do, which won't be as difficult as this one. All right, so I'm stamping You Are Lovely, and this is one of the other dies that comes in the set, so you can cut that out, and it makes the little strips for you. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to place that right there, and I'm going to put a dimensional underneath this and attach it to the, I'm just going to use one dimensional on, if I'm scissors. I'm going to just use a piece of a dimensional because the other side is going to be high enough that it's going to be popped up. So I'm only going to put it on one end. All right, so we're going to put it on this end here. You Are Lovely. Let's peel that off. You put a light leaf at the top. It's not glued. You lost your leaf earlier. I know I did. No, you list a leaf earlier. Oh, I got you. I'm with you. I didn't catch. I was trying to read, and I shouldn't be doing that because then I get really confused. All right, so we're going to lay that there. So I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive on this because this one does not need to be popped up because it's already sitting on a dimensional, right? So we don't want that one popped up. So let's put this here. That's going to cover up this area. Okay, now we can go back in and let's fill in some gaps here and try to make this look like we just didn't throw it together. So let me get my scissors. I'm going to snip. I don't like that little piece. Well, let's snip it down here a little bit because I don't think I like that leaf. I really need the other side of the leaf. So let's do this one. I'm going to take this one. I'm going to take this leaf right here. Okay. And we're going to put this one. Why don't we put one right? No, that doesn't look right. Do you think we need one? No, I don't like that either. Maybe we already have enough leaves. What do you think? I think we probably do, but there's so... Let me look at this. What do y'all think? Does that look... Oh, wait, we got this guy here. Let's put that in there. Let's do that. That'll work. I think we're not going to play with it anymore. I think it'll look fine. Once I put it together, it should be fine. So let's put that in there. Slide him in there. No one's going to know the difference. It's going to hang over a little bit. All right. So that's not too bad. What do y'all think? Probably if I wasn't rushing, we could have probably made it look a little bit better. I swear it looks like, it reminds me of a dolphin. Okay, I think that's enough. I don't think I want to put any more because I don't want it to look overkill. All right, so now we're going to attach this. And we do have another flower. I mean, I could put another flower on here if we wanted to, but we could slide that there. But then, yeah, that might not look so bad. Pop that one right there, and it adds a little bit more. What do you think? So I think it needs some, because I can stick this one down here, and it still shows off the other colors. Let's do that. Let's just slide this one in. Why not? We've got it already cut out. All right, so we're just going to slide this one right down in here, because there's a hole right there. I can slide him in and twist him. What do you think about that? There we go. That kind of adds a little bit more to it. Okay, so let's put this, since this is up on dimensionals, it's already going to be high up, so I don't know. I think I'm just going to adhere this with the Tombow. I don't think we need to have it any much higher, and I hope that one little leaf looks like it might be popping up a little bit much, but we may be okay. So let's go ahead and put this down here, and we're going to attach that to the top of the card, and we'll get this on here, and I think we'll be fine. I don't think we'll have too much problem with that, getting it in an envelope. All right, there's our card. Not so bad. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, if you take the time and put it together and rearrange it and get your leaves looking, you know, nice, I think that'll be fine. And actually, you know, these are up a little bit high, but we can tuck them under and fix that. But, you know, somebody that gets this card, hi, Denise, how are you? Somebody that gets this card is not going to be criticizing and tearing it apart. They're just going to be appreciative that you sent this card to them, right? And it's handmade. So there's our second card. Isn't that beautiful? I just love this stamp set. There you go. All right, so there's our second card. So we're going to set that off to the side and look. Oh, that's the other one. Okay, so I'm going to put that over there. All right, give me 1 minute. Let me get all my little dimensionals. I do know one thing. The next time I come, I'm going to make sure I bring my little trash bucket because I did not bring one, and so I've got everything sitting in a pile. You know, because I'm at the little dinette set, and you know, you don't have a lot of room here, so let me just slide all this off the way. Okay, get over there. All right, and when we get done, those of you that have just joined, I'll bring all the cards in at the end and show you what we've done. And we're using the Art Gallery set that will be available January 5th. Okay, so we are now moving on to the next card, and then I'll show you. Bear with me a second. I'm just trying to clean up the ink off of some of these stamps, so because we're going to use some of these again. Okay. All right, so the next one that we're going to make is, hang on a second, is this one. And this one, I think, is another pretty one using this paper. All right, hang on a minute. Let me pull out my pieces. Now, this is a Flirty Flamingo. All right, and I didn't decorate the envelopes, but, you know, again, we can do that with the paper because we have so much of it. Okay, Flirty Flamingo. And then I put a little, and I'll measure it for you, a piece of old olive behind the paper. And again, I'm trying to let the paper do its thing, right? And then I went ahead and stamped. And now see, this one we did the flower with the leaves. And that looks so much better, doesn't it though? And then, oh, I hope if I put this thing down. Hang on, let me back out a little bit. I think I've zoomed in. Okay. And then again, we're going to use that ribbon. And we're going to do, I think I'm going to make this a birthday card. Now, when you all receive these cards from me, they are not going to have any white on the inside because I did not bring the white. I wasn't thinking. So, unfortunately, y'all are going to have to do that yourselves, and I apologize. So, okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Again, this one's 8.5 by 5.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. All right, and so let me go ahead and fold this one. Oops, my papers are sliding. So, all right, let's go ahead and fold this one. And again, the paper, you know, really the paper is the main attraction as far as my opinion. So, all right, so then we're gonna have to cut a piece of paper down. This is, you know, I brought my ruler and I don't even know what happened to it. So let me use my little piece of paper here and I'll tell you. The old olive piece is cut at 4 1/2. Hang on, nope, 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. Is that what I said? So this is the piece of paper. So we're going to cut that down because I just want an edge. I just want a little bit of an edge peeking through. So let me pull in my paper trimmer, and let's actually I'll measure it this way before I cut my paper. But this paper is just absolutely beautiful. Okay, the old olive is, yeah, 3 1/2. 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. So 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. So 3 1/2. So I want to make this to be, yeah, that's 3 1/2. So I'm going to do 3. Let's do 3 5/8 to start, which is 2 marks past below 3 5/8. I'm sorry, be right. No, 3 1/2. I want 3 3/8. Hang on a minute. I'm confusing myself. Hold on. I wish I had my ruler. It's buried in my case. Yeah, this is 3 1/2. So I want to do it at 3 3/8. So it's the long mark right before or right after the 3 1/4. So we're going to make this at 3 3/8. And if it's too big, we'll trim it down again. All right, and then this was at 4 1/2, right? 4 3/4. Yep, 4 3/4. So we're going to do 4 5/8. See, you didn't know you're going to have math class doing projects, did you? All right, so 4 3/4. We're going to come down and do 4 5/8. There's a half, and that's 5/8. So let's see what this does. Yeah, let's cut off this part. Okay, because I just want a little bit of the old olive showing. Not a lot, but just a little. And it's just, let's trim this down just a little bit more. I just want a smidgen off. Just enough to show the green behind it. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, I think that looks a little bit better. So we're going to go with that. Okay. Alrighty. So, and again, this is another simple card. So if you're somebody that's just starting out, or even if you're an experienced stamper, sometimes we get overwhelmed and think we've got to make all these beautiful, creative, over-the-top cards, when really simple. Sometimes, you know, when they say less is more, right? That's what we need to do. So that's what we're doing this evening. All right, so let's bring in our Tombow, and we're going to go ahead and attach this to our old olive piece. And then next week, I can't even think of what I've got scheduled to do. I don't even remember what I'm doing. It's in there. I'm not sure what it is. You just have to come and see. All right, so we got a little bit more on the sides showing, but that's okay. It kind of helps pull that out. But isn't this paper, it's just absolutely beautiful. I just love this. I know, I'm telling you guys, it's just beautiful paper. Okay, now this piece here, obviously if you look, this one's a little bit more square, and I just did a little bit less. So, okay, so we're going to attach this. I'm just going to lay this down. I'm not going to use, oh, look at that. I wrote on the back. 3 3/8 by 4 5/8. That was my green. So, See, I always write my numbers on the back, and I didn't think to look at it. I amaze myself sometimes. So, all right, so we're going to go ahead and put this in the center. Now, I could have angled this, but I just love this paper. Okay, and I went ahead, like I did before, I've cut out. This I did in, I think I did this in crushed curry. And this is old olive, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm trying to pull the cards in again. This one I did, I think this one I did in daffodil or, no, you know what? I think this might be bumblebee, if I'm not mistaken. I should, you know, I'm going to have to learn to start making my notes so I can tell you all the right colors that I'm using. All right, let me find my dimensionals. I know they're around here somewhere. Hang on, they're right here. I'm at the end of my paper, so hopefully I brought enough for next week's card too, huh? But that's right. I've got some, and I've got baby dimensionals too, so we'll be fine. All right, so I'm just going to pop this up on dimensionals, and then we're going to place our stem. We're going to put this one on dimensionals as well. So let me just cut these two pieces off. Do y'all use your pieces on the side? In one of my classes, the ladies got done with using all the dimensionals, right? And they threw this in the trash. I'm like, no, we can still use all that stuff. So, got to be thrifty, right? All right, so we're gonna put these up on dimensionals. And I just, you know, the sad part is I just don't know. I hate covering up this beautiful paper. Since there's green there, I'm gonna place this one right here, and we're gonna we'll place right here. That'll be fine. And then I'm going to put the yellow over top. See, again, they're easy, very simple cards. We're going to place that like that. Let's place that underneath. Pop that there. Again, simple. And then on this one, I'm going to put a baby dimensional. Actually, baby, it's a mini dimensional. I'm going to put that underneath. I'm going to place it right about here. So that holds that down in place. There we go. All right, and then we're going to stamp this one. Let's do happy birthday, because everybody can use birthday cards, right? So we'll do that. And I hope y'all are enjoying these cards. All right, so we're going to stamp happy birthday on this. And then I think we're going to use that ribbon again. All right, that's a little crooked. Let's see if we can stamp that straighter, because somebody's going to get this card. And I know y'all don't want to have a crooked... Well, you know what? Actually, it's kind of curved anyways. All right, here we go. Let's try this again. Because I know y'all don't want to get a... There we go. Don't want to get a crooked birthday sentiment. All right, and then we're going to grab our ribbon. Let me see what I did with him. Hold on. Where is the ribbon? Oh, right next to me. All right, and again, this is the fine art ribbon, and I'm just going to do cut a piece, and we're just going to lay it underneath the. Let me just trim a piece off here, and I'm going to try to pull the ends to kind of give it a little pull. So let's do that. My plan is we're going to lay this on here. Like that, and I'm going to trim this because I don't want it to be too long. We want it just to be over with the happy birthday. So give me just a second. Let's do, yeah, we'll do it like that. Yeah, let me just trim this up just a tad, and then I'll glue it down. Okay, and then I'm going to pull this a little bit just to give it some, so it doesn't look so, just give it some ruffle. It's going to be kind of funky looking, but that's okay, and we'll just snip these little pieces off. I just wanted to give it a little bit of not the tassels hanging off, but some, so it doesn't look so stark. Okay, so put some adhesive on here. So we're going to put our seal, and I'm going to lay that down about here and place that right there. Let's get a little bit lower. No, let's go up a little bit higher. Let's do it right about here. All right, so I'm going to lay that there. And then this, we're going to pop up on dimensionals. I think I'm going to do the baby ones. So let's just put a couple of minis on here. And then I'm going to line this up on the edge of that ribbon. Okay? All right. And if y'all don't have a demonstrator and you would like to make an order, you're more than happy. I would love to have you as a customer. And you can go to my online, well, you can go to shallwestamp.com, and that'll get you to my online store. And I would love to work with you. And if you are someone who has a very long shopping list, you might want to consider joining my team and as what we call a happy stamper or discount shopper. You can start out with a 20% discount on your purchases, and depending on how long and how far you go, then that can increase to 25% and higher. So you could get a discount, plus you'll get all of the preview of new products that come out before the customers do, and you also get to pre-order all of that fun stuff, and we have a good time. So if it's something you're interested in, I'll be more than happy to give you some more information. But they do have a special starting up next month. For $99, you get to choose $125 worth of product, plus you get 5 packs of some of the 6x6 of some of the new in color papers and out of the brights and neutrals, one of them categories. You'll get 5 packs of different shades of the paper. Okay, so anyways, all right, so here's this card. Isn't that pretty? It's so cute, just quick and easy. There's Judy. Judy, make sure you send me your mailing address. I could not get it off of PayPal. Okay, you can message me. All right, so those of you who just joined in a little bit late, possibly, here are the 3 cards that we made, and this is using the Art Gallery. It's a 2-step stamp set. And again, the stamp set comes with 15 photopolymer stamps and 7 dies. And let me show you, let me hold these up and I'll show you these one more time, and then I'm going to show you what else I did. So isn't this beautiful? Aren't they pretty? And they're just so springy. And here's one that we did. Of course, I had to fight with the little leaves there. And then I probably should put light up there and some dark. And then here's one that we really are just trying to use the paper as the focal point. And then let me show you what I made a couple weeks ago just to show off this paper. I did a 1-sheet wonder. And this, here's one where I want to show you, I used the new embossing folder. Can you see that? And then I did some sponging on it. And then I offset the circles. And this, again, it just shows you this paper. Isn't that pretty? And then this one's very simple, but I just put a strip of that paper. It looks like it's raised up off the page, but it's not. It just looks like you could just rub your hand on it and just feel the texture, but it's all in the paper. But this is some of the things that I did. Just another way that you can use up your paper, and you don't have to be, you know, a real experienced stamper and make some really nice cards, you know. And then you just change up the sentiments or how you place them. See? So that's some of that paper. It's absolutely stunning. So these are the cards. So make sure that you share, leave a comment. Your name will go in the drawings, and then you will get 2 people will get each set of these cards. All right. Thank you, everyone. I'll put you back where you can see me. Thank you for joining me this Tuesday night. I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas. A great New Year. I think I'll see you. Will I see you before? Yeah, I'll see you before the New Year. I have to stop thinking what day of the month it is. I'm thinking, yeah, I'll see you next Tuesday. So anyways, thank you again. And I did all of that in an hour, so I think I did pretty good. So thank you again, everyone, for spending your time with me. Judy, don't forget to send me your address. Fran, send me your address, and I'll get all of these cards out in the mail tomorrow, I promise. So thank you again. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. Again, I would love to have you as a customer, and if I can help with anything, please let me know. All right, have a Merry Christmas. I hope Santa Claus is good to everyone, and we'll see you next week. Bye now.